Hey, good morning, back up dancers. What is the saying? You got the chance to sit it out or dance. Well, Judy chose to set it out this morning, so it looks like I'm gonna have to do a little dancing this morning. But we'll get things rolling here in a minute as soon as everybody gets logged in. Garth is live this morning.
Do you need your preaching stick?
Oh,
And let me get you a preaching stick.
so Judy's in the background. She done busted me.
Here's your when you start
Yeah.
getting serious.
Yeah, this I'm probably gonna have to be pointing this more at her than anything because the seriousness is going to be pointed toward that. So, oh. Good morning. Good morning. It'll be fun. Probably won't be serious, but it'll be fun. Yes, it was a surprise. Surprise for me as well. How you like that?
A backup dancer.
Hey, I know. I figured I'd get it out where my other ones probably need to be washed, but it you have favorite hats, and sometimes you have to break in new favorite hats because you wear the other ones slap out. But yeah. Finish the source challenge. What was that?
Where's it at? You need to see. I
used to get on here for me. Yay! I'm glad I got a few fan favorites anyway.
They love you. They don't love me. They love you.
Oh. Well, anyway, I think the episode probably is mental health. Yeah. We all have to have a little help every now and then. And we'll talk a little bit about hunting too, because that's my mental health. There's times I'm gone for like weeks to hunt, and there's a reason why. No, I'm just kidding. But that is my mental downtime. I'm usually wide open 9, 10, 11 months out of the year, so that is my downtime. The bottle caps, I can tell you where one is right now because I've seen it. Oh, let me back that up. There is two that I know of right now.
Tell them what you said when I die. You don't see birds or butterflies.
Oh yeah, so like Judy and I was talking the other day. So like Judy dies, the remembrance of, well, let me back up a little bit. So Judy finds a dime all the time, and it reminds her of her granddad. So every time she sees a dime, she's like, "Oh, my granddad's thinking of me. Oh, I'm thinking of my granddad. Ah, this, that, and the other." Well, every time when she dies, every time I see one of these, it's going to be, oh, hell, Judy must have been here at some point in time because there's a bottle cap. Because wherever she goes, there is that bottle cap left somewhere.
Know about on the swing the other night.
Oh, what did I say? I said something.
Well, we were swinging.
Oh, and you got up and walked. Yeah. So I told her, I said, let's get this a drink. It was nice the other evening, and I said, let's sit out here on the swing for a few minutes. So okay. She said, let's get us a drink. So we went over there to the refrigerator and we got us a drink, got us some water, and we're sitting there. Done sit there, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so, done drank our bottle of water, whatever. So we're getting up. She gets about halfway across the carport. I said, hey, Judy. I said, you forgetting something? Huh? Turn around, and I'm holding a bottle cap. So everywhere she sits down, there's a bottle cap. And for some reason, that just drives me like bonkers. Uh, and it's like every time I turn around, there's a bottle cap here, there, laying here, doing it everywhere. And for some, I don't know, maybe it's my OCD or something I didn't know I had, but that just drives me absolutely bonkers. I'm one of those. I'm constantly putting it back on the bottle. But anyway,
I don't know why I don't put it on the bottle. And why didn't I put this on the?
It's just my way of making sure I don't spill it or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's funny. So that's my remembrance. When she's dead and gone and put in the ground, and every time I walk by and see a bottle cap, oh hell, that's Judy. So, but yeah, cool. Start gathering it. Yeah, I need to gather them up. I probably wouldn't have a big enough bucket to put them all in by the time I gathered them up. Freeze pops. I hear you. I used to love them things, like the push up ones, the orange ones. Why's a bunch of people getting on this morning? There are normally this many people on here in the morning time. She must be pretty popular. There's a few of them on there.
It ain't me that's popular. They see your face.
Yeah, well, what do I get on here? Like twice a year, maybe?
If you took over my page, I feel like we'd have more followers.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe. I'll toss mine out when finished. I probably screw mine back on the bottle and throw it out. Hey, Retha.
She's coming to see us.
Oh, in September.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Good. I get to see you.
She's the one that sends us cookies. Her and Loretta. Lorraine.
Love the cookies. Larry may get some and he may not. No, I'm just kidding. We eat them things up as fast as they come in.
You're still eating the ones that are in, what are they called?
No, they're gone now.
The pecan?
The pecan ones, yeah. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. Thank the world of y'all too. Thank you, Marcy.
Who?
Yeah, Shane is always working. It's a little tough teaching school and running a business as well. There's always something going on. They are going to allow hunting on Sunday this season. When hunting season comes in around here, it's Monday through Sunday until season goes out. And of course, we have an extended season too, so and you can do that.
Tell when it comes in and out.
So like our hunting season comes in October and then goes out in February for deer season. But we have split seasons and we have archery and muzzleloader and things like that. But once it comes in, it's in.
What's that?
What kind of cookies do I like?
It'd be easy to say what you don't.
Well, it'd be easy to say what I don't like. Probably, look, this is a daggone cookie monster house around here. So me and Larry eat whatever cookies get brought. Remember the Cookie Monster on Sesame Street? That's crazy. Yeah, sometimes I put a smile on Judy's face. She's like, oh, man, put a smile on Judy's face.
Linda Taylor used to hang out at Bike Night with me and Robbie.
I hear you.
She remembers me back when I was depressed in the bed during a party.
Oh, Lord. How many deer a year do you average? 3? I usually limit out every year. We have a three deer limit. Typically, I limit out every year. Some years I don't. Most I do. And I have a few friends of mine that I have known for a very long time that live around my cabin. I'll usually kill a deer or two. Does usually don't add up on like your numbers because it's the bucks that they're wanting to know the numbers on. Usually I'll kill a few deer. Help my fellow neighbors out around there. They're a little bit on the unfortunate side of things. So I try to give them a deer or two a year. And
disabled son.
Yeah, and they have a disabled son and stuff. So But yeah, if I shot 3, great, fine, and wonderful. If I didn't shoot any at all, great, fine, and wonderful. To be honest with you, knock on wood, I probably killed more deer than most people have ever seen in their entire life. I've been fortunate my whole life. I've got to travel around a little bit. So the older I get, the more selective I am, or I wait to the very end of season before I collect anything. I typically, so like in the first part of hunting seasons, I call it checking inventory. So I have roughly 600-700 acres that I manage. And so I usually sit in a stand every single day, a different one, don't sit in the same one over and over. And I just, check inventory. I'll tell you how many deer's coming to every field, usually run cameras on them, all kind of stuff. So get to see a lot of different stuff.
Tell me what we saw yesterday.
Oh, so talking about hunting. So I got home yesterday and usually I get home, I'll get me something to drink, and I'll kind of stand around outside, look around. So yesterday I got home, Judy wasn't home yet. And I walked over here to the back porch, and I'm standing on the back porch looking. Well, you know how you get this funny feeling that something's looking at you too? So I'm sitting there, and you get this little feel like there's something somewhere. Something somewhere. So I get to looking, and sure enough, there's a deer standing on the edge of the woods on our little road going to the creek, and she's just standing there staring at me. I reckon that she was coming up the road, and I was coming out on the porch, and I reckon she locked on to me. So we sit there and looked at each other forever, and she finally just turned around, moseyed around, walked off. So Judy pulls up. We're out here in the yard doing a few things. I reckon by the time we went to go put animals up, I'm looking around, and I'm on the phone, and I'm walking down the outside edge of the fence because I kind of want to look off the edge of the mountain, look down in my lower field, see if the deer's down there, see if she's got a baby with her, because it's about that time of year.
Saw her pregnant.
Yeah. And I'd seen, and I don't know if it's her or not, but I seen one that was pregnant earlier. And so I'm walking down, I'm talking on the phone to a friend of mine. It's on speakerphone. I mean, it's blaring. We're walking. I'm sitting there kind of looking around for Judy, and I don't see her. Well, I see the deer on the opposite side of the fence and me walking up the fence, and I'm walking down the fence, but she's just on the other side. So I finally see Judy coming out the building. I pointed to Judy. I said, look on the other side of the building. And that son of a gun was walking right behind the chicken coop. And she was going up the fence, going back toward the house, and I was going the opposite direction. But she was out there moseying around yesterday. But yeah, it's a passion of mine. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I ain't going to take up a whole lot of y'all's time. I'm going to let the boss sit back down. We just figured we'd trick y'all a little bit and see. Hey, come on. Hey, love to deer hunt? Yeah. Hey, anybody that loves deer hunt, we're good. But yeah. Venison is good, healthy, a lot better than beef.
Tell them about what we found.
What did we find?
The Amish.
Oh, so I don't know if any of y'all like venison or not. And if you do, great. And if you don't, I understand. But anyway, there's a place over here close to our house called the Weavers. I think they're Mennonites, maybe Amish and Mennonites. Anyway, they're in that time frame, era, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, they have a meat processing place. They do cows, beef, deer. They do a whole lot of different stuff. And I've had a friend of mine take stuff over there. It's like, hey man, you need to take deer meat over there. And he's giving me some stuff to try. So I took 2 over there this year. I did one myself, and then I took one over there. So Judy and I's over there, and it's like cold, the coldest part of the year, and we're at the end of season, and freezing cold. So we're standing out there, but they got a list of all kinds of stuff. And so I told Judy, I said, hey, pick you out some stuff on here and we'll have it made and we'll try it. Well, I get that piece of paper back, and I reckon every block on that thing was marked. And I'm talking about Salisbury steaks, bacon, bologna, meatballs, meatloaf, hamburger, bacon burger, sausage, maple sausage, bratwurst. I mean, this whole piece of paper's filled up. And I said, Judy, I don't think there's that much deer meat. And she said, hey, we'll just sample it. I said, okay. Well, sure enough, that lady calls us a few days later, maybe a week later. She says, I see y'all got a lot of stuff marked up on here. And Judy is the one to talk to her. I just had to be in the truck. She said, yeah, we was kind of wanting to sample everything. She said, okay. She said, I kind of got that idea, but I wanted to check and make sure. Well, anyway, we had all this stuff made. And we got it back. It took a little bit of time to get back. But anyway, got it back. Man, that is the best stuff. I've had people to process stuff for me all over the place. Name it 2 people that I ever let process meat for me, and one of them dead and gone. And Weaver's is going to be the next. Man, we had all kind of stuff, and some of the best stuff. And Judy's not a big venison person. She just never grew up on it or whatever. Anyway, we're cooking that stuff regular. We had bologna, the meatloaf, the meatballs are good. Yeah, they do seasoning. They put the fat in it, and they put the sauces and all that stuff in it. But yeah, the maple patty sausage, son of a gun, that makes the house smell so good. It makes you hungry when you walk in the house. Good stuff. But back straps, yep, great. Love those things. Love to put them in a crock pot. Jerky, yeah. Hey, my kids and even Judy's kids, I make the jerky, and I got a big dehydrator. Probably about 2 days after I pull it off a dehydrator, I'm having to look for it, because if the kids ever find it, it's like gone. They make like these little baggies and they're gone, and then they leave me with, well, you can make more, Daddy. Yeah, I guess I can. Deer's good, healthy. Bologna, man, you cannot tell the difference. Back when I was a kid, I'll tell you what I used to do, and I love bologna. I used to work for a little gas station years ago when I was a little teenager. And we had like the big rolls of bologna, like the big long tube. And I used to have to slice that for people. People would come in and say, hey, I want a half a pound of bologna, da-da-da. Anyway, I worked back there on the meat side of it. So I'd go back and cut some. And I used to love bologna shaved like super thin. Man, I could eat the whole tube if I shaved all of it. And so I had the deer buddy of mine had deer bologna made, and he brought it to me. He said, here, you need to try this. You can't tell the difference in that stuff. And when I open up a pack, I usually, old rednecks like us, we fry bologna. So I'll fry bologna up on our little griddle while we're doing breakfast. Great. Where's Judy? She is sitting right here beside me. See that red head? That's trouble looking across the thing right there. Oh, what's your business called? Sneed's Welding LLC. I've had a business since 1996, and I do a lot of field service work. I do a lot of industrial refrigeration type stuff, a lot of mechanical stuff, piping, setting equipment, so forth. I do things for the public as well, not as much. Usually it runs into a money issue when you're trying to deal with the public. So I usually stick with businesses, and I have contracts with a lot of I say a lot of different people, but anybody that has anhydrous ammonia usually will work on their systems and stuff.
How about the Girl Scouts?
Oh, and yeah, Judy's reminding me about the Girl Scouts. They come out here. They've been out here a couple of times camping, and we've done little
the past 3 years.
Yeah, we've done little merit badges and stuff. And they asked me this year, talking about my business stuff, they've asked me about teaching the girls to help them earn their merit badge in welding. So I got the list the other day and I was looking through it. And pretty simple. I mean, nothing, I mean, stuff that we learned. Yeah, their requirements, pretty simple. And try to get all of it done in a day, depending on the number of students, is going to be hard. And so I started reaching out to a few people, suppliers that I deal with personally, asking, for favors. So good morning, Timothy. So, anybody that can help with it is great, fine, and wonderful. They told me it could be anywhere from 10 to 30 girls. And having 30 of anything is hard. And trying to get businesses that I deal with to donate and commit is sometimes on the difficult side of things. Some do, some don't. Some will do the bare minimum, and I understand. I have a business as well, so I'm not expecting all of them to donate. But if you do, hey, great, wonderful.
Tell them what you need.
So there's things, the things that we need or they need. It's pretty much PPE stuff, and some of the bigger item stuff. I do have a company, Gas and Supply, out of Birmingham. Their home office is out of Louisiana, but they have offices all over the place. They are working with me trying to get stuff going, and reaching out to a few of their vendors to ask for some help as well, because they can't do everything. But yeah, waiting on some of that. Some of the items that the girls need, would be leather work gloves, girls work gloves, not men's, because the hand size are so big. Safety glasses, tinted safety glasses, because I got to do a little oxy fuel thing. So there's a few things, and if anybody's interested, great. If you want to help out, fine. Get with Judy and see how we can make. Yeah, you can make donations on the website or however. Hey, you're more than welcome, Susan. Not sure about the deer bologna. Hey, I promise you, if you eat it, you'll want it. Deer salami and deer sticks are big things here. Jalapeno. Yeah, hey, the jalapenos. I do have talking about that. I do have summer sausage made, and I have some made with cheese and jalapeno, and some just regular, because some people don't like the jalapenos. But hey, I have not yet had anything bad on that. Now, some people make sausages different way, like summer sausage. Some of it's packed tight, some of it's loose. Personal preference, I don't like it loose. I like for it to be packed tight. But yeah. I have never hunted in Upper Michigan. I have hunted across Montana. I have Georgia. Got some good friends of mine that own dairy farms in Raccoon Valley, Wisconsin. I go up there from time to time. Actually, I've killed some good deer up there. And they are, and I seen one while ago. Yes, northern deer are a lot bigger than what we have here, for sure. As far as weight wise, horn wise as well too. Make roast out of neck. We do the same exact thing. We do the neck roast. Please hit the like button with this.
She's trying.
All right, so y'all got to understand, I'm kind of new at this, so we can't wait until season starts. Hey, I'm telling you what, Timothy, I can't wait till season starts neither. We're actually fixing to start getting ready. Usually September starts it off for us personally, as far as what we do. We don't do a whole lot of stuff during the summertime, because a lot of the land that we have is lease land from the paper company and stuff. So they typically don't like for you doing a whole lot of stuff during summer. Maine has moved. Yes, they do. Hey, I've been to Maine. Loved it. Beautiful place. Judy and I went one time up to Moosehead Lake and seen moose. Took my mother up there. My mother's always wanted to see a moose. Anyway, for a vacation trip, we all went up there a few years ago. Loved that place. Thank you, Elsa. I hope I'm doing great. Canned bear meat. I've had bear meat, but like more or less like a barbecue. And I got a friend of mine that cans meat. We have never canned meat. We just usually do vegetables that I do in the garden. Yes, the antlers are still hanging in the education center. There's antlers everywhere. There's antlers out in my shop. There's antlers out in Judy's education center, and then down at my cabin, there's antlers hanging all over the back of the barn back there. Yes, they are bigger back north. Ohio, never been to Ohio. I mean, I never hunted in Ohio. I've been to Ohio. Yeah, Iowa has in big cornfields. I drove through there many a time. You can't see nothing but corn.
Kalmbach is, isn't it?
Kalmbach is in Ohio, in Sandusky. I'm not going to. I say I'm not going to do much more clearing, but like a kid in the candy store, once you get on a tractor and you start tearing things up, sometimes it grows. Who knows? I don't really want to do a whole lot more because some of that can't be fenced in. Oh, more soup consistency. I got you on the canned meat. Let's see how much. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks. I'm trying to do good. Trying to read some of this stuff that y'all are sending out. Yes, Kentucky does have some good deer. Only thing I hate about Kentucky, you're only allowed one deer a year. So you better make that thing a good one if you shoot one. So yeah, Kentucky is a nice place. Seen a lot of good deer up there. I got some friends of mine years ago that used to go hunt the land between the lakes up in Kentucky. Where is Aunt Judy? Oh, somebody's looking for Aunt Judy. Cha-ching! She's got to be riding shotgun right here beside me. Yes, I'll be running my own fences. Yes, I do want more cows. I am. I want about 4 or 5 more. So I don't want a lot because I really don't have the open place for them. I just want to keep enough that I can keep into rotation. Welding, farming. I mean, I like all of it. I'm not one of those to sit still. So if I can do a little bit of everything. So I like to farm. I like to garden. I like to weld. Just whatever. I'm a busybody. Born and raised in Ohio. Let's see here. No, I have not checked out the antlerdoe.com. I have seen some pictures of antler does that come across the U.S. or come across the states. We were in Coleman past weekend. Autumn, hey, you should have looked this up. Yeah, Timothy, you need to get back over here. We need to run into each other again at O'Reilly's.
Tell him we still have Timmy Boy.
We still have Timmy Boy.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Timmy Boy ain't going nowhere. Deer, rabbit, and squirrel hunt. I used to squirrel hunt all the time when I was a kid. Never really got into rabbit hunting. Just didn't. We did a lot of squirrel hunting, a lot of bird hunting, a lot of deer hunting. There ain't too many things that I hadn't really tried. So I don't get into duck hunting or any of that. Duck hunting usually runs into deer season, and I grew up on the river. Really don't care about being on the river when it's freezing cold. Just my. We have a lot of turkey. Different areas have more than others. You may have done a drive-by. You should have called somebody or texted you or something, told him you was around. Yes, love to fish. So growing up on the river, I fished every day of my life, just about. I haven't done any traveling with fishing, but I've hit a lot of lakes in the state of Alabama and fished on them. As far as time goes, I don't have a whole lot of time to fish and hunt. So I have to choose one or the other, and I'd rather hunt than fish. Summertime is my busy time. Springtime is, and so as soon as these plants start going down, it doesn't leave me a lot of time to do anything, fish or do anything like that.
You go gigging.
I used to go gigging all the time. Me and a buddy of mine that I kind of grew up with used to go frog gigging all the time. Now, that's pretty good. If you ain't never ate fresh frog legs, that's pretty good.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, spend that much money. That's the problem with hunting and fishing. It costs too much. Nice to see you, Annette. Frog legs are good. I like them. I didn't think I would. I was in my 20s when I really started eating frog legs and figured out how to cook them and stuff. Pretty good. Ooh, frog legs. Yeah, that kind of sounds awful, but they are good though if they're cooked right. Hey, hunting and fishing will keep you out of trouble. Of course, it says in the good book, idle hands that get you in trouble. So yes, need to be involved in something. Need to be hunting, need to be fishing, need to be playing sports, need to be doing something. You should take pictures of your hunting cabin, have Judy to post them so we can say, oh yeah.
I'll go get it.
So we have a picture of it. Matter of fact, we had a good friend of ours down in Stapleton. She is an artist and does like oil paintings and stuff. And she did one for us a few years ago. I say a few years ago when we were still living in Gulf Shores, or Stapleton. Mary, your mama's a good mama. She cooking you frog legs.
Hold it up.
Oh, well, just to kind of give you an idea, this is pretty much what my cabin looked like one winter when it snowed. But that's pretty much how the cabin looks. But it's a lot bigger than you think it is.
You're going to put it back on the wall.
You took it off the wall?
I'm scared I'll scrape the wall.
Hey, so talking about the archery competition, yes, it was in Coleman this weekend. We happened to be at the branding iron, and I did not speak to the gentleman. But I seen the Matthews group in there, and anyway, recognized one of the guys, Mr. Cottle, that was in there. And I grew up with his two boys, Shannon and Shane Cottle. And when I was a kid, they all shot competitions, and we used to all shoot local competitions years ago. Yes, it is peaceful. When you're down there, my house sits in the middle of about my 600 acres that I lease. And yeah, when you're there, you don't hardly hear anything. Have a wonderful day, Lisa. Yes, it is a nice cabin. I've had it for a long time. I bought it from a friend of mine. He was passing, and he wanted to told me, he said, "Hey Shane," and I was leasing all the land around the house, and he'd come by one day and left a note on my truck when I was in the woods, and he said, "Hey," he said, "come by and see me." He said, "I want to talk to you." I said, "Okay." So I went by there and spoke with him. And he said, "Hey, look," he said, I'm dying. Yes, I bow hunt. I bow hunt, gun hunt, and do all that. And he said, "Hey," he said, "I'm ready to get out of this damn doe stick country." And I said, "Okay." And he bought that house back when he come back from Vietnam. Anyway, he said, "I ain't got long to live." He said, "I really don't want to tell nobody I'm selling it because they'll steal me and rob me blind and this, that, and the other." I said, "Okay." So I made him an offer on it. We went back and forth a couple of times for a few months. He said, "How soon can we do this? Do you have hogs where you hunt?" I get pictures of the hogs from time to time, Timothy, but we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot. Yeah. Now my son hog hunts all the time, but I've killed a few, but not many. But anyway, get back to the story. So I bought the cabin from him, and 6 months after I bought that cabin, he passed away. And his two daughters, they are good. Matter of fact, when we were in Stapleton, the oldest daughter, her son went through my welding class. And when he found out who I was, he said, "Hey," he said, "my papa." And okay, I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people. Told me who he was. I said, "Ah." I said, "Who's your mama?" So he told me. Anyway, her and I reconnected, talked a little bit. She'd come by and seen her daddy's place after I bought it, fixed it up. Anyway, I've had it for years. It is a very old place that was built in the late 40s. And I've done a little bit of upkeep to it to maintain it. Hey, cool. Lisa, brother gold medalist in U.S. Olympics. Nice. The inside, I'll try to get you some pictures of the inside if I can. Inside is old houses back then were built. They didn't have insulation in them. I have 2 living rooms, 3 fireplaces in the thing, and the ceilings are like 12 foot tall. And of course, over the years it was added on to.
4 bedrooms?
I don't know if you call it 4 bedrooms, but I mean, we've 3 bedrooms at least. And then, of course, we made it a little hunting cabin, so we've probably every room in there you could probably sleep in almost. Natural, I hear you, Becky. Naturally, a BS is the only thing I can do. if you know what that stands for. I can talk to anybody. They may not want to talk to me, but I can talk the horns off a billy goat. Yes, people do go with me to hunt down there. I do weekend hunts and stuff. There is a small fee for that. I say small fee. Some people think it is or not. Usually there's 2 or 3 a year that I will take down there. They will reserve a weekend to hunt. So I usually have 2 older guys that like to come down and muzzleloader hunt during muzzleloader season and take a couple of does. And then the rest of them, I only keep 1 or 2 members. I say members on it just to help me keep it up and maintain it, and to help guide people around whenever we have people there. So, but yeah, we do. I do hunts down there, and I do have like stands already set up. Most of them are 1 person. I do have a couple of two-man stands down there. We roughly have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green fields usually, and then it's a lot of planted pines, have some little hardwood bottoms. So you got to understand timber company. Yeah, jack of all trades and a master of nothing. But yeah, it'll start October the 15th for us. So we'll start hunting. No, Judy has not torn nothing up on her new Jeep yet, as she hasn't showed me anything she tore
I
up.
want to pull you out of something.
Oh Lord.
I want to use my, what's it called?
Winch.
I want to use my winch. So I want you to go get stuck and let me be the bad girl that pulls you out.
Nah, I don't want to get nothing stuck or tore up.
Well, go get the side by side stuck so I can pull you out.
There's not a bit telling how many bottle caps are in the floor in the Jeep.
Oh God. I cleaned it out yesterday, believe it or not.
Told your son last night you better get a deer this year. We're out of meat. October 1st in Illinois. I got some friends of mine that are in a club in Illinois. They hunt up there all the time. Yeah, I think like Wisconsin, their deer season comes in the same times ours do as well. And there's zones, and you have to know what zone you're in and when season and stuff comes in. Oh, y'all were driving me crazy. I'm at home today, so they're like all over me, wanting to be in my lap, me to hold them. Dee Dee is good. She started kind of walking normal.
You're not supposed to tell them. She's
kind of started walking a little bit normal. I'm telling it anyway. Somebody asked. So yeah, there's a problem with wild hogs. You know, hogs follow the river, so they're going to be around the river, following the river. And my place is not but about 15 miles off the river, so the ones that I see are stragglers. They're travelers. They're not going to be staying. There's not enough water for them to stay around there.
You're upsetting Tag.
Yeah, dogs are cute. I'm a Dotson fan. I had one when I was a kid. And so I love a little Dotson. That's my little squirrel dog. So whenever she goes out with me in the morning time, we got to look for squirrels.
Look at her laying her head on your shoulder.
Yeah, she's just a baby. She's daddy's.
I know.
Was that? It was great. We got to know so much about you. Yeah. I don't know if it's got to know so much about me. All right, I'm gonna turn this over to Judy. I have things to do. Got to get busy, and it's good to see y'all. Talk to y'all. Talk about a few things. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out.
Will you do me a favor?
No.
Well, you took up all my time, and my cousin's coming. Will you go let the chickens out real quick? I'll be your best friend.
No, you're not.
I'll be your best friend. Go let the chickens out. I got to get ready. I got family coming. I had to talk him into that. Y'all, listen. We're taking baby steps with him.
Okay. Nothing out. It's raining.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's raining. Okay.
It is raining.
There was a day where he was having a fit when I pulled out the phone. He's just, I'm taking baby steps. I've got him now where he'll do videos, but I got to get him where he'll wear a mic. But we're not there yet, okay? He ain't wearing no mic. We're taking little baby steps with him. Since he spilt the beans, Dee Dee is almost walking normal. My video is coming out Thursday, but yesterday morning she was sitting down. No, she was eating. No, Wednesday she was standing up eating. She's never given up, and we went out there last night to put the animals to bed, and she was sitting down. But when I brought out the feed, she stood up. Well, she hadn't walked yet. So, I'm not knowing anything's different. And all of a sudden she started walking. I was like, oh my gosh. So I started hollering for Shane to come out there. I mean, I would say she's about 80% normal. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. So I don't know. I mean, first of all, I will never, ever throw a vet under the bus, because a doctor and a vet is practicing medicine. They're not perfect. They're not perfect. And a lot of times a vet is looking after their customers. Like, if he don't think an x-ray should be done, he's not going to go out of his way and have somebody. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. It's when it comes to large animals, if it's not noticeable where there is a broken bone, it's an educated guess. It may be this, it may be that. And basically both vets says it is a waiting game, which was 100% right. It is a waiting game to see if she's going to get better or she's going to keep declining. And if she gets to the point where she's not getting up for feed, then that tells us that she's probably not going to get better. But Dee Dee never did that. And it's crazy. Like, she recovered in such a short amount of time. And we went from, like, y'all saw her walk. We went from terrible to almost normal. Within, like, Thursday is when she was walking so terrible. And she had been walking, I would say we started noticing it on Wednesday. So it's been almost a week. So she recovered in a week. So it was not her knee. It was either an abscess, and I believe it was an abscess because she had swelling in her ankle. I don't believe if it was a sprain in the ankle, I don't think she would have recovered in a week. So I believe that my farm vet was on top of his game, saying that it was an abscess. I'm so excited. We are still going to keep her separated. I will tell you that Dexter and Dee Dee are sort of having, especially the baby. Trace is a daddy's boy. He wants to be with Dexter. I don't know if it's because he's a bull calf, but he is having a hard time not being with Dexter. He literally sits on the fence by his daddy. He wants to be with him. My other two heifers were not like that. They wanted to be with mama. But I do believe maybe it's because he's a bull calf. But he wants to be with Dexter, so he's having a hard time. But I'm not putting Dee Dee in with Dexter anytime soon. The only thing that I'm concerned about, and this is just because I told you I have bougie cows, okay, is I worry that there's not a barn over there. Now, listen, you need to know cows are very thick-skinned. They don't care if it rains. They don't. But my bougie cows, the bougie cows that live on Sneed's farmhouse, they go in the barn when it rains. Okay, I'm probably the only cows in the world that do that. But they do. And I worry about Dee Dee not having a barn. There is a hay barn out there. I mean, not a hay barn. A goat barn out there that the goats used to live in. And it is big enough that Dee Dee can get in it. Do you think Dee Dee and... But I don't think both of them could get in it.
Dee Dee and the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shane thinks they both can get in it. So if it got like really, really bad and she really wanted to get out of the weather, she can't. But I'm overprotective and I want her comfortable and she's comfortable in her barn. So that's one thing that bothers me. And when the winter comes, when the weather gets bad and it's cold, I want her in her barn. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But I don't want her bred. I what I really want is for us to get that fence up.
No.
And I want Dexter to have a barn down at the creek. So I need Shane to put how many acres? 10?
That's probably.
I need Shane to work 7 days a week on top of building Dexter a barn, on top of putting a fence around about 10 acres before winter. That's what I need.
That ain't gonna happen.
I need Shane to win the lottery. We don't even play the lottery, but maybe we should start playing. I need Shane to win the lottery so that he can hire help to put up the fence. And maybe the person can put up the fence while Shane's at work. And I need someone to build a bougie barn. I actually need a red barn that I can walk in with stalls on the side.
Yes.
And I want that cute little, what is that thing on top of a barn?
The steeple.
Not the steeple. It's called the weather thing.
Weather vane.
Weather vane. I need a little box on the top of the red barn that has a weather vane on it, or whatever it's called. I need all this before winter. I need it before October because hunting season comes in October and we go into shutdown around here. Okay. Ain't nothing getting done from the October to February. So I need all this. What is today? August? So I need this to happen before October 1st.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Wish y'all the best. Her projects are about done for the year.
And I need quesos enclosure done.
Got to pick out a spot.
And the list goes on and on and on.
Never stops.
Okay. When you have a farm and you have Judy Sneed in charge,
oh Lord,
we don't do things simple because I'm gonna tell you this: when you have a cityfied girl that's kind of likes cute things. I'm a girly girl, right? I don't want just a barn. I want a cute barn. I want it red. I want it, I can't just have a chicken coop. I have to have a castle coop or a church or a jail cell. That's what happens when you put a city girl in the middle of the farm life. You have a bougie farm. I mean, that's what happens. And I can't help it. I can't. I mean, it's just who I am. It's who Shane married, and he's the one that started all this bull crap. So it's not my fault. I would have just been, I don't know, redoing my house, But he's the one that said, let's get chickens, and you put a girly girl that's in charge of decorating, and you get Sneed's farmhouse. I just can't help it. I had the intentions of talking about the fact that you can't change somebody, but I don't have time. On Friday, my aunt, it's my dad's brother's wife, committed suicide about a month ago. It was a really sad time. in my family's life. I haven't really talked much about it, but I have to speak at her funeral on Friday. My cousin, my aunt, was about 20 years younger than my uncle. And they had a son. My uncle was 57 when Will was born. So I wasn't really raised with Will because he was, I don't know how old I was when he was born. I'm going to say I was in my 30s. I already had kids and stuff. So I wasn't really raised with Will. And Will is coming today to my farm because he wants to get to know me. And I'm really excited to kind of meet him and his wife. I mean, I probably haven't seen him since he was probably 3 years old. So the center's coming today. And then after the center's coming, then Will's coming. And I'm excited. I've always kind of longed for a family, because my family's really passed away. And so is Will. Now, Will no longer has his mother and dad. And he is looking to connect with his family. And he wants to get to know me. And I was honored that he asked me to speak at the funeral. And I'm going to tell y'all the first thing I'm going to say at her funeral. Her memorial, really, not funeral. When I was a little girl, they had chickens. And the Wanigers, my dad's family, had huge Christmas parties. Every year, the entire family got together, and there was probably 50 of us, okay? Every Christmas, we got together. And I think that's why I'm so sad at Christmas, is because all that's gone. Like, my grandmother passed away, my dad passed away, my aunt passed, and everyone stopped getting together. All the younger generations stopped getting together. But one thing that we used to do is we used to do Dirty Santa. And the story that I'm going to tell is about their chickens. One of the stories. So when I was a little girl and we used to go there for Christmas, my aunt smoked cigarettes, okay? She used to throw her cigarettes on the ground lit because her chicken would come pick up the butt that was lit, and he would smoke a cigarette with my Aunt Carol. So she had a rooster that smoked cigarettes with her, okay? Like, my aunt was really funny. She was hilarious. And I can't wait because Will wasn't even born when she had a rooster that smoked cigarettes. And so I don't even know if he knows that his mom used to have a rooster that smoked cigarettes. So at the memorial, a lot of her high school friends are going to be there. And of course, some of the family members. And I'm going to say, who remembers the rooster that used to smoke cigarettes with Carol? And I'm going to see how many people remember her rooster that smoked cigarettes. But also, during Dirty Santa, we used to have the most fun at Dirty Santa. And one year she was pregnant with Will. And Carol was the type of woman, she was stealing your gift. Okay. She was definitely stealing your gift. Well, this particular year she was pregnant and she had this Christmas ornament, and someone stole the Christmas ornament and she started crying. And she was like devastated that she lost the present. And so And it was because she was pregnant and she was all emotional and, like, how you get all janked up when you're pregnant, right? Your emotions are just everywhere. And so every year after that, it was a running joke about no one steal the gift from Carol because she'll have a complete breakdown. So no one can steal the gift. And it just got to be a running joke. And every Christmas we would be laughing our heads off when we play Dirty Santa because no one wanted to steal Carol's gift because she would have a nervous breakdown. But she was a really funny aunt. She was an aunt that was a frou-frou aunt. She was a girly girl. She wore the most gorgeous jewelry. She was always like, her outfits were always she came from Mountain Brook, okay? In Alabama, Mountain Brook, they called them the Brookies. They're all like very wealthy and and that's where she came from. And she dressed perfect all the time. She had the most gorgeous outfits, the most gorgeous jewelry. And I've always been a jewelry girl, and she always had these big, beautiful rings. And I can remember when I was young, just staring at her going, oh my gosh, I want to be just like her. She was that kind of aunt. And later in life, her mental health got really bad. And she shot herself, and my cousin found her. So it was devastating to our family. And I'm so glad he's not on social media, so he doesn't really know that I talk about mental health. And I think about people with mental health that are to the point where they think they can't turn around, and they think that it's better just to end their life. And that's so much further from the truth. It's like your brain is corrupting you, telling you you're not good enough because you feel like there's no outlet. And me going live talking about mental health, I've been in my Aunt Carol's shoes. I have been there. And I'm not there anymore. And I share my story. And I know some of the stories that I share with you guys, you're like, what? Because you look at me today and you don't see anything that I tell you. And it's because I'm a different person today. And I will say that I've put in a lot of hard work to get me where I am today. But if my Aunt Carol was here today, I believe she would tell you to choose a different option. Because now she's lost seeing her grandkids being raised because she thought her life would be better not here. So further from the truth, because she was very special to me growing up. So be thinking about me on Friday. I am going to go because I get to go out in the pouring down rain and let animals out. So I hope that you liked your surprise this morning. I said, hey, Shane, will you please come and pretend like you're me? And he agreed. So thank you, Shane.
Yep.
You did a good job there, buddy.
So,
I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend.
no.
All right. My video will come out Thursday. Thank you guys for praying for Dee Dee because all those prayers worked. She is making her amends to recovery. And Shane blew the news. And I was going to surprise y'all with the video. And Shane spilled the beans.
It's always Shane.
I love you guys. Today's Wednesday, and you have a choice. You can sit it out and go frog gigging, or you can dance and make a difference in someone's life. your choice. I'll see you guys later. Bye.